if you're going to do your own stunts, there's always going to be a producer that turns around and goes, "We can't let Clive do that. It's too dangerous." And you're like, "Yeah, I can do it." And then you do it, and the first thing they do is they come up to you and they go, "You all right? It looked like you really hurt yourself." And you go, "Yeah, that was the acting part." And then you go around a corner and cry and go. But you can't. If you're gonna stand up and be counted and say you want to do your own stunts, you can't start.
Can I ask what was a stunt that made you shed a tear?
Well, you try getting hit by a car at 30 miles an hour 3 times.
You did that 3 times? Is that in the pilot?
Not the pilot. No, that's in it's episode 9, I think. And I have to play it like I'm running down the street. I don't see this car. I'm trying to escape from somebody, and I'm running across the street. One car comes. It kind of, whoa, I see that one, and then I try and run in front of it, and the next car comes and takes me out. But it's also playing possum. It's a lovely moment where Brian gets hit by a car, and then he thinks outside the box. The guy gets out of his car to see if the guy's all right that he's run over, and then I steal his car and drive off. So it's not the end of the action. I have to get back up again.
So what's the trick of getting hit by a car? No one do this. No one.
Well, there is. I mean, it's a difference between when I'm on Taken and when I was in Vikings. Is you get to wear pads. I wore a big back pad, and obviously you try and throw yourself at the camera at the last minute. You throw your back into the impact zone. It's going to hurt, but obviously if you didn't have any pads on, you might be in serious danger.
40 miles an hour?
30 miles an hour.
Why were you okay with doing that when there's a stunt guy there?
Well, because you can't. They've set up a camera up behind the windscreen as well. So you kind of want to see the face of the actor kind of smash onto a windscreen. You kind of want to see those shots. Otherwise, it's going to be a long shot of a body and you don't quite see it. And I'm not going to do it unless they're going to put the camera on me. I'm not kind of reckless. I haven't got a death wish.
You also you used to do stunts when you were a teenager, right? Did you start as a stuntman, or was that just sort of you had stunt training?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I started as a stuntman. I mean, that's disrespectful to stuntmen out there. I mean, I work with a lot of them, and you need like at least 6 skills and disciplines to even to get onto the stunt register. But when I was 14 years old, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves came out at the cinema, and I grew up near Sherwood Forest. So rather than getting a normal job at that age, working in a retail shop or working in a fast food restaurant or whatever it was, I got up every Friday night, got up really early in the morning, camped out in Sherwood Forest, and was part of a stunt troupe, which was reenacting the tales of Robin Hood. So I learned to joust, sword fight, abseil out of trees, and do a few flips and tricks and tumbling. And then when I went to drama school, you get the chance to do your stage combat course, and you can get a merit, a distinction, a pass, and I got a distinction in stage combat with. It's basically the same qualification you need for that discipline as a stuntman. So, but that came from all that training I did when I was 14. I've just always been throwing swords around and riding horses.
So now you love doing stunts and you want to do them on set. Is it hard to get producers to let you do them? Because you are also, the star of the show. If you get really hurt, that could seriously screw up production.
All the time. But I mean, sometimes you just learn there's a few little tricks you have to play. I mean, because in TV, you're always running behind. You're always trying to get it done. And they'll go, well, the stunt guy's ready with the pads. And you're like, well, I can do it. And sometimes you do have to do it without the pads. Because by the time they go, oh, well, if Clive goes around the corner and puts all the pads on, they won't wait for you. They'll be like, well, just get the stunt guy in and do it and carry on. So you sometimes just have to go, I'm here, I'm ready, and I'm going to do it. And, and Vikings, we used to have a laugh with the producers because there was one stunt we had to do. I had to fall off the top of a battlement into a moat. And we had a siege tower set up against the castle, and the producers came walking out. It's like this long 100-meter walk outside the studio onto the back lot. And they're like, so where's Clive going to jump from? And Franklin Henson, our stunt coordinator, would turn around and go, well, Clive's going to jump from like mid-level about here. And they'd be like, and I'm sitting there going, and he's like, yeah, it's mid-level, that's fine. And the producers all look and they go, yeah, that looks about safe enough. Yeah, great. And as soon as the producer disappears, Franklin goes, get to the top, quick, do it. And you fall off. But it's not because he's being reckless, it's because we've been training and training and training. I know exactly the ins and outs of that stunt. And that's what we'll do. But it's, the producers, like you said, they're just terrified of someone getting injured, but they don't realise that if you mollycoddle an actor, I mean, I'm not going to do a stunt if it's someone else's safety at risk. And that's why I don't do all of this car stunts in Taken, because when someone's spinning 360s around a corner or something like that, there's someone who can do that far better than me, and I don't want to be responsible for losing control of a car and ramming into civilians.